Chat, here we go. We got a semi-final of the EU invite-only qualifier. Juicy and Flakes. Juicy, a player who has dropped onto the one scene, has been an exciting ones player recently. Playing for Team France in the 1v1 World Cup, but also qualifying for the 5K, and I think doing a decent job there as well. Look at this play off the corner from Juicy. Flakes has been on quite the run. He has been trying to remind everybody why he is so popular for his 1v1 gameplay. That's because he is a mastermind of the ones game, and he controls the defenders like a puppet on strings. Watch as he forces Josie up into the air with his fake of the dribble cuts. Then he just goes in the far post. Juicy and Flakes are a clash of styles, but almost everybody against Flakes is a clash of styles. The way he likes to play so grounded. Actually, this is, you tell you what, talking about a clash of styles, this is exactly the kind of play that Flakes would make. And Juicy's going to do it to him this time, as he just makes a fake touch on a bounce dribble and lets Flakes outplay himself before getting the second goal. Fake kickoff for Juicy. He is going to take this dribble. Great carry. The control is definitely there. Flakes able to cover the near post corner. Juicy once again, another full field dribble. Just barely avoiding touching the ball to the ceiling of the map, which would send it down and make it impossible to carry. Flakes misses his open net, gets a demo, and accidentally taps the ball too far away to the point where this is not a freebie. Juicy can definitely save this one. In fact, he will. And even though he's not going to be able to get 100 boosts, Flakes did just take that. He'll be in a decent position. Flakes faking this challenge, trying to get Juicy to fly away from the play, but Juicy actually ends up being perfectly positioned despite jumping around. Able to win this 50 into a wave dash to get back to the ball. Juicy going to use the reset off the ceiling to keep the ball high. Actually got an additional one as well. Flakes not likely to match on the air dribble unless he feels it's the best option, which I think in a lot of positions, especially a lot of counterattacks, air dribbles can be your best option. Ooh, Flakes just left this net open. I'm sure he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to keep this one out as he resets on the 100 and just shadows a bit too far away from that far post. I hate that your copy pasta worked on me. I was like, have you really not watched Flakes before? But no, you're talking about Juicy. Why is he in this octane? Flakes gets his second goal on a take from his own back wall. Juicy trying to bump him. Wasn't enough. Juicy mech's looking really good. Yeah, Juicy is definitely a great mechanical player, especially in the air. And he's going to fall into a reset here. Flakes, though, stays grounded, is able to get that save. Juicy needs to pick up the finishes just a little bit if he wants to make it past Flakes. He's more than willing to wait low, but I don't think he'll come to meet him at the crossbar if Juicy's able to place it there, and he does place it there on this ground shot. Flakes gives him the credit. Just a nice delay. Flakes is going to be that passive on defense, then Juicy can wait till the exact best moment to take the power shot. Flakes sends this one to the moon and is going to die in the process. Juicy wants a wall to air dribble. Whenever he's got space and time, he feels so comfortable here. One reset near the ceiling. Second as he waits, and Flakes gets a pinch on the ground. It's not on target, but if it was, it would have made it in. Made it to the back wall before Juicy could stop it. Flakes showing that good way to defend against a guy like Juicy is to wait and see if he's going to get a finish that matches his setup, because despite Juicy's magnificent multiple resets before the shot, need to finish with something powerful and well placed if we want to get it past the defender. Flakes, air dribble, bump. Juicy slows it down, but not enough. Flakes' games have been so incredibly kind. So many nice shots and thanks in the Flakes games. Juicy, another fake kickoff on the diagonal. Flakes, a huge win. This is a great bounce for him. Just a bit too high. So Juicy is able to threaten like he's going to take it in the air, and that forces Flakes away. Takes it on the ground. Juicy knows that he's going to have a very passive Flakes, but Flakes sees his opportunity to take away a ball from Juicy that is not protected well in the setup. Juicy has a chance to counterattack with a quick touch off the wall. Flakes gets around it, save off his own crossbar. No way, not crossbar, but post. Save off his own post to send it all the way back to the other side. That is a crazy bounce. We didn't get to watch it happen because Flakes didn't have ball cam on, but I can't imagine he wanted that crazy of an angle. I bet he just wanted to go out to midfield. Juicy, full field dribble, pogo. Flakes able to intercept it and needs to score on this take. He loves to try and 50 on the goal line and get defenders to make misses that he can eventually punish. But as long as Juicy gets solid challenges, Flakes can have a tough time. Air dribble near the post. It's never really a threatening shot, and he missed his bump. He did not connect with it nearly as well as he needed to, and Juicy will flick it past what was a forced desperation challenge from Flakes. And Juicy will make it 6-3. So Flakes is going to drop a game again. He dropped a game in the first round to Arju. He actually hasn't lost since. He'll need to regain. Juicy looking just that. Game number 2. Juicy and Flakes. Juicy has been attacking with wall to air dribbles. Not to necessarily great effect though. Great coverage by Flakes on this one too, as he's able to not get outplayed by the fake. Juicy just hovers behind the ball, looks for a solid 50, but Flakes had that read. Where Juicy has actually been outplaying Flakes has been these ground plays, these counterattacks, the speed that he's been able to surprise him with. Take to another air dribble now, though. Resets. Flakes takes it away and actually has a counterattack because Juicy went for a greedy bump. There'll be a Flakes lead to start the game. Flakes into the corner. Juicy is leaving that near post open. It's a very interesting defense from Juicy. Want to watch and see from his perspective. He left to go. No, he didn't leave to get 100. He just got a couple pads. And then, I mean, I don't know what he was expecting, but he just left the entire net open. Does he not need to creep a little bit closer? I guess he was so worried that Flakes was going to go over the top of him and push it behind him that he overcorrected and left basically the entire net open for Flakes. He messed up on the wall. Did he slightly clip a wheel on the wall? But either way, it didn't seem like a player who was prioritizing rushing back to the play. He probably needed to. Oh, Flakes got it over the top. 3-0. This felt like more of a testing flick. One to start the possession and see if he could continue after Juicy was forced into net, but instead it's just a goal. Gomb, how did your round go? Aren't you in a semifinal right now? Flakes gonna steal this corner boost. Fakes the challenge. Juicy has more than enough though. And we'll just be able to flick straight down the center to put the turns of the tides back on Flakes. Flakes now forced the net. Reverse wave dash. Look at the shot from Juicy. We'll watch it from Flakes' perspective as well to see what the defender sees. Juicy gets the reset, but he's used this a couple times. Oh, he couldn't even see because the angle of his camera completely hid, but Juicy wave dashing makes it seem like he's attacking the ball at that moment, but he's actually wave dashing backwards away and following up with a shot later. Something that Flakes cannot cover. Juicy trying to be so patient on the goal line. And he definitely could have flipped into this ball, made a stronger play to send it away. But what he wanted to do is he wanted to win the low 50 and then control it. And instead, Flakes just taps it right over the top of him. Takes a 4-1 lead. Juicy has his aerial setup that he can't resist. Double resets, but right into Flakes. Flakes' defense has been so good. And you talk about these fancy setups to these, average finishes. I mean, Flakes is the one making him look average. I think a worse defender might have a tough time reading Juicy because Juicy has thrown in the occasional fake, right? He hasn't always gone with the finishing touch from a flip. He has gotten double resets and then taken it to the ground, but Flakes has always had the right play every time. And he's making Juicy's setups seem overly exotic. 5-1. Flakes double jumping onto the side wall. Works to take control of the ball, but also works as a way to avoid potential bump as Juicy, having flown past the play, likely to search for him as he comes back. Flakes, the ground roll. This is classic. If you've watched any Flakes, you know what's happening right now as he rolls the ball from side to side, trying to get Juicy to make a bad challenge. And even though Juicy never really does, Flakes does eventually get his goal. Juicy caught right behind the ball, and Flakes just rolls it right into him. Don't do that to me, bro. Oh, man. Yeah, Flakes getting better as the best of the week goes on. It seems like Flakes is getting better as the day goes on. Getting a 2-0 over Toxic after going 2-1 against Arju. Problem is, as soon as somebody beats him, he's downloading him. Can you forfeit this game? Yeah. I don't think I have admin. So you just leave and remake. Or wait. I am an admin on Smash. I can do anything I want. Ha 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 ha. You're not cool, Feer. Well, they're also waiting it out. So, tell Flakes to do a pogo. Pogoers? Any pogoers? We are in pogo time. Juice is like triple resetting before his potential pogo. Looks like Flakes is not a pogoer. He's got a minute to show us one. Yeah, I don't have admin in this lobby. I have to create the lobbies to have admin. So... Y'all, air dribble bump. To be fair, Juicy has it. Drink water? Hey, it's a good time to drink water. Not wrong. Dude, Flakes egoing Juicy. They played before in ranked. Game number 3. Juicy and Flakes. Is Flakes going to bring himself one game away from being able to qualify? Winner of this moves on to the winner's final. So even if they don't win the winner's final, they get sent to the loser's final to have another chance. So winning this match gives yourself 2 different opportunities to qualify for the main event. So a huge, huge match to win, and Juicy's going to be the one to try and win it here as he starts up 1-0. Just a nice flick over the top of Flakes. Flakes was ready there, but didn't get up in time. Juicy sees Flakes hiding underneath the ball. Not really hiding, but waiting underneath the ball. It's best to try and clear it out. Flakes is only up to back Juicy off the ball. He does not want to try and play through the air at all. But what he does want is Juicy to feel like he cannot beat Flakes to the play and then to turn around and leave so Flakes can bring the ball down for a dribble. Flakes might have a counterattack here. Juicy flips through the ball and does not connect. This flick is going to force Juicy to save off the backboard. You see him driving around, probably trying to pick up as many pads as possible. He picked up a couple more there. Actually missed one at the midfield. Flakes forces him once again to make the same exact save, and this time he pops it over him as he slowly breaks him down for the first goal. Is Juicy streaming too? Yeah, Flakes is streaming, Juicy's streaming, and I'm streaming. Big kick out for Flakes. Juicy is just going to take the ball completely away from him and get the first possession, but Flakes is going to chase him down. I don't think he can find an angle to shoot here, though. He is going to take the ball away, not let it roll up the sidewall. And he dies for his efforts, but he chips the ball strong off the corner. So, oh, what a half flip. That was actually an insane flip by Juicy to get on the correct side of the ball. This is nutty. Is it going to show it? I don't see players use this flip very often. No, it's not. It's too bad. Is it even considered a half flip? He basically did half flip mechanic to jump to the other side and immediately 180 and be prepared to go. Winning a tournament without mechanics, new YouTube series. Yeah. If Flakes wins the tournament without mechanics, I'll be very impressed. If he wins the qualifying tournament, I mean, he's close to doing that. But if he wins the tournament as well, I tell you what, hats off. Right now, though, if the trend continues, he's going to be dropped to the lower bracket in a dangerous position. Not a lot of lives left once you're there. 1 match life, but sometimes even, depending on how late you drop down, maybe 1 game life as well. A lot of the lower bracket, best of 1 for the sake of scheduling, so that these games can all end around the same time, but it does mean your back is really against the wall. Although these guys might start in the best of 3. I think quarters is when best of 3s start. Quarters of the lowers. So there's a chance that these guys will drop directly into that position. So they might not have to deal with the best of 1s. Flakes ground dribble across the net. Chips it against the back wall before it ever really becomes shootable. Wants to restart on his dribble. He's forced back to the back wall again. This ball bouncing dangerously in front of nets. Flakes tried to wait as long as he could before making the clear. He's going to win this race to his corner boost. So Juicy going to be forced out to midfield. Another bounce dribble for Flakes. Has a close shadow, so he flicks early. Juicy able to gain control of the ball, though. That's been a slow back and forth for the past few minutes after Juicy took the 2-1 lead. Flakes, that's a solid win on his own back wall. Juicy recovers in time to prevent the immediate shot. Flakes is going to be able to pin Juicy back, at least for a bit. Juicy taking that half circle trip to get as much pads as possible. He has more than enough pads to make his save now. He's got a ton of boost. I guess he only has 45, but still, it's more than enough. But he fell a little bit too in love with picking up pads and maybe could have positioned better on defense. Flakes flicks it past him to tie the game. And oh my goodness, the fake kickoff is completely red. Just like that, the 2-goal swing. The single jump into the ball and then wave dashes to cut it past Juicy, who thought he was going to be able to just control it for free after the fake kickoff. Missed wave dash kickoff for Juicy. He wants Flakes' boost. He doesn't just want boost. He wants to make sure Flakes doesn't have any, but it's not going to stop Flakes from getting some. Really strong first touch. That surprises me a lot from Flakes. Up late in a game like this, I feel like he normally just holds on to the ball. He pre-jumps Juicy, though, and he's able to intercept him early. He has an open net. 4-2 in favor of Flakes. My goodness. Flakes, is he going to do it again? Is he going to take over the 1 scene again? Up 2. Make it up 3. Oh no, Juicy does cut to get the save. He has to just rush directly to net with no other destination in sight, because otherwise he's not going to get enough in time. Flakes will win 2-1 over Juicy. Flakes into the qualifying match, the grand final of the double elimination bracket, or the winner's final, I should say. Flakes is headed to a best of 5. Look at the man go.